Assalamu alaikum, everyone. How are you? How's everyone doing out there? Um, I just got done with my prayer, Isha prayer, and I just wanted to kind of go over my experience with Hajj or my reflection when I got back. Before I went, or when I was preparing to go to Hajj, I was very anxious and nervous all the time. Most of the time I felt like, what if something goes wrong? Because there's so many time things happen and people, they're going for Hajj and they don't end up going because it's not meant for them, even though some of the process was done for them. And at the same time, there's people that none of their process was done, none of their paperwork documents were done, but they're meant to go, and then within like past couple weeks, everything works out for them and they end up going. And I was very nervous because I had been trying for 3 years, and this was finally working out. And and I was prepping, I was listening to all the lectures, the webinars, trying to prepare by buying the things, clothes, products that we needed for me and my husband. I was doing the preparation for both of us. I was listening to all the lectures for both of us, and I would brief him whatever I would learn. And I was very, very nervous, very anxious before I left, even until the last minute, hoping and making du'as that everything goes well for me. And Alhamdulillah, I have to tell you, once I got there, everything was worked out for me so smoothly. I feel like Allah gave me, everywhere I went, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kept giving me small gifts. For example, when I first reached Makkah, I had no issues. Our bus didn't take too long. We reached our hotel, Pullman Zamzam in Clock Tower, in regular time. Maybe it took a little bit extra time, whereas other people it took up to 4 to 5 hours. Their buses kept circling around the clock towers just because the roads were closed, or I don't know, whatever other reasons. My husband and I had no problem. We got there on time. As soon as we got there, we got our Nusuk IDs, we got our room key very easily. Once I got to the room, I kept thinking and wishing that, I would have a view to the Kaaba, but I didn't request because they kept telling us that it's most likely it's not available. It won't be possible to upgrade at all. There is no chance. So I didn't even try. But when I got to my room, I opened the window to just see what kind of view do I have. Do I have the buildings, or is it the mountains? Once I opened, I had the front view of the entrance to the Kaaba, and I could see Kaaba from it too. The most beautifulest view ever, and I felt like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave me a gift as soon as I got there. And from there on, every now and then I would see something good happening, and I feel like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was giving me small gifts every now and then without me expecting, without me trying. And I felt so emotional and so tearful about it that Allah Ta'ala made it very easy for me. Allah knows what every soul needs. He does not burden any soul more than a soul can bear. Even with that tent, it was so close to the Jamarat. Like literally, as soon as if you were going for Jamarat, you would come back where Labbaik was. You would just come in, and the first tent was ours. Literally, like, we hardly had any walk. So I know Majar al Kabsh was very close anyway, but within Majar al Kabsh, we were so close. You would get done, come in, and our tent was right there. When I got to Masjid Nabawi, when I got to Medina, I could see Masjid Nabawi from Pullman Zamzam. I never knew Pullman Zamzam in Medina had a view to the masjid. But when I opened my curtain, I had another gift from Allah Ta'ala. I could see Masjid Nabawi at night. We reached at 2 in the morning, and I opened the window. My husband said, why don't you check? Maybe you have another gift. Allah Ta'ala's been giving you so many gifts ever since you got here. And I said, you know what? Okay, let me check. Just because you said that, I opened the window, and there it was. I could see the Masjid Nabawi from there. Most of Masjid Nabawi, you could see the dome, the green dome was right there, and most of it looked so beautiful. I have some pictures, and within the coming next few days to 1 or 2 weeks, I will be sharing everything, from the Mina camps to my tent to the Masjid Nabawi view to what we exactly in detail in maybe chronological order. I have to edit those pictures, and then I will share them. But right now, I wanted to share this, and I had the most beautifulest experience, most humbling, more, and I'm so content, so humble, and so grateful for that Allah Ta'ala hosted me in the most beautifulest way that I can ever imagine. And I'm back. I've been back home for 3 days now, and my first impression when I reached home, my son brought us home. He pulled up on the driveway, and I looked and I didn't recognize the place. It looked so different. I looked at my daughter and she had flowers in her hand. My sister had flowers in her hand. I recognized them. It felt like they're my people. But the place, the beautiful neighborhood, didn't look like I belonged there. And when I walked in the house, I just kept looking around. It didn't feel mine. I felt like, really, I live here? This is my home? Okay, well, Allah Ta'ala has given me a beautiful home to live in, but this is weird because we were sleeping on the floor. And during the Hajj days, we slept in Muzdalifah on the floor. We spent days in Arafat, and we slept in Mina tent on those sofa beds or sofa chair, whatever you want to call them. So after all that, this didn't even feel like my own, and it took even now it's been 3 days, and I feel like okay, I'm living here, but it doesn't feel like a reality. And the days of Hajj, I must say, at least to me and the people that I talk to with my camp buddies and my friends in the camp and my husband, most of us, when we discuss it or try to reflect it, the 5 days of Hajj did not feel like 5 days. It felt like a whole month. It felt long. And I really miss it when I think about it. I miss my friends, I miss my sisters from the camp. I miss being there. I miss everything about Hajj. And it feels more like I want to go back. That was reality for me. For now, my home, everything around my house, it does not feel real. I'm sure eventually I'll fall back into routine, and it'll sink in, but it's taking some time, and I definitely feel like a changed person when I know I'm going through jet lag currently too. I wake up randomly anytime. Sometimes I can't sleep. If I fall asleep, I'll wake up within a couple hours or something. Then I'll be sleepy throughout the day. And I during the time, I have to tell you, I kept making du'as that Allah Ta'ala don't get me sick, so I can go through my Hajj days and my Hajj arkans without being sick or without having any issues, because you in before this, anywhere I go, I always get sick. I have severe allergy and a severe asthma. I have lung problem. I have diabetic problem. I have uh, upper respiratory issues. I am allergic to dust, sand, grass. I have a lot of issues. But this time, I was very careful. I was taking a lot of precautions as well, trying to do whatever I could with my medications, and preventatives and everything. And I didn't get sick until on the way back in the plane. Everybody was sick. The only voice you would hear is people coughing. So on the way back, even though I wore mask most of the time because I didn't want to get sick. But once I got back, went from the plane, cabin pressure, and everyone else coughing around me, I got some sore throat. I don't know if you can tell by my voice or not, but I've been on antibiotics since 2 days now. But overall, I didn't really have any major health issues or any issue that I can say, like, I had a problem. I know there were little things here and there that I didn't even feel them. I felt like at least I'm doing Hajj and I don't have any major problems. That's all I kept thanking Allah Ta'ala for. No major issues. Minor things here and there, yes. It was very, very hot, very extremely hot. I mean, you could not stay in that heat for more than 15 minutes. Even when we stepped out to eat lunch or dinners, we would melt. You didn't want to eat because it was too hot. But regardless of any issues, big or small, they didn't feel big to me. The whole time I was just thankful and grateful that I was there and everything was happening smooth for me. And Allah Ta'ala was giving me small gifts every here and there wherever I went. So just to me, just those things were like such a big deal that I cannot thank Allah Ta'ala enough. And that I really hope Allah Ta'ala makes it easy for everyone, and whoever even has a desire of a size of a seed of something that they want to go for Hajj. I make dua for you that you get to go. And please go, please forget everything. Do your Hajj first. Do it now only because you know you have to do it once in a lifetime anyway. So why not now? How do you know how long you're going to live? What if you don't live long enough to do it? Or what if as you get older, you have more health issues? My husband had a knee issue and he had a hard time walking. And a lot of time he and I would fall behind because I would stay with him because of his pain in his knees. And he couldn't, we would fall behind from the group sometimes. So sometimes we had a hard time catching up. I didn't have any pain in my knees. I also have arthritis, but a week prior, I went to my orthopedic and I got them to give me those shots in my knees, and it helped a lot with the pain. So I felt okay. But as you get older, you get health issues, you get pains, this and that issue, and it's when you're younger, it's much easier. You have more energy. Of course, it's not easy on any body because Hajj is hard on your body. Hajj is expensive, but you do have to do it. So do it as early as possible. So even for myself, I feel like it was better now than even later, because as the older you get, you will have more health issues, and you don't know how long you're gonna live. So it's better to get done. And once you're done with one time and you still want to go another time or third time or fourth time, you're very welcome to do that. It's not like you're not allowed to, but you must do it one time. So why not do it? The sooner the better, you know. But I am so glad, Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala made this happen for me, and He helped me do it. He helped me get it done with so much grace, and I feel so content. I feel like such a changed person. The every day it sinks in more and hits me more. There's so many reflections I keep doing. So many things come to my mind. I will share those as I go along. Right now, I just wanted to tell you how I felt when I first got home and how I'm feeling now. And I just keep looking at pictures and crying and missing the whole experience. Kaaba, the Arafat, the Mina, Medina, each and everything, and all the du'as I made. Some of the du'as I'm already seeing being fulfilled. And I'm sure, inshallah, Allah Ta'ala is so loving. He's so merciful. He's more loving than 70 mothers, inshallah, He will accept all my du'as that I made for myself and for others and anybody else, friends, family, kids, the nation, ummah, everything, inshallah. And that was my reflection so far. And I hope if you haven't done Hajj, may Allah take you to Hajj, and may Allah help you complete it in the best possible way. When Allah is the host, you just leave everything to Allah Ta'ala. And for me, He was the most beautiful host ever. And He hosted me in a way that I never imagined. And I'm so content and so grateful. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.